Jean Smart.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh my God.
It's been 25 years since six-time Emmy Award winner Jean Smart has been on the Broadway boards. And now she's back. She's starring in a one-person dark comedy about an aspiring writer coming to terms with a painful secret. Call Me Izzy is written by Jamie Wax and directed by Sarna Lapine. Sarna, it's you and Jean and Jamie. This is the company of Call Me Izzy.
Yes.
It's
You're at a cast party right now.
At least it's not going to be a very expensive cast party. You guys can drink
You have
all
no
you
idea
want.
about
All you
this
want.
buttery
All you want.
Chardonnay.
Yeah,
this one
that's
was.
true.
Very expensive.
Never had $15,000 of my own money. And there's this rich old couple in New York City writing about my dry wet. My authenticity.
Jean, this is your first time back on Broadway in quite some time. Jamie was able to get you back.
Yes, he was.
What was it about his play, Call Me Izzy, that made you say, yes, you know, I'm going to put some of the TV stuff on hold for a moment and come back to Broadway?
I just fell in love with the character so much, and I thought the writing was extraordinary. I thought the poetry in the piece was extraordinary, and I just had to do it. And it was just a matter of when we could work it out.
This place is about healthy food.
Playwright Jamie Wax, who you might also recognize as a contributing correspondent on CBS News covering arts and culture, is making his Broadway debut with this show.
One of my favorite people I've ever known in my life was my Aunt Claudia. She was a woman who had a very tough life, and it was surrounded by abuse and poverty and hardships, and she was so funny, Frank. She could tell a story like you wouldn't believe, and humor was a survival tool for her. I think humor is a survival tool for a lot of people, but I think Southern women have a very specific way of using the wisdom and the pointedness sometimes of humor to navigate difficulties. And that's what I was chasing, was my aunt's voice with this. So over the years, in developing this, I just tried to get closer and closer to the heart of that and of her experience.
I love that.
It's such a unique character. I can't think of any other character I've ever seen or played that is quite like her. Part of that is because it's from your family, though. I love that.
You're part of the family now.
An insect doesn't give much light, I know. But that does not suppress her need to glow.
While this was inspired by his Aunt Claudia, he then sought to interview other women in domestic violence shelters, and Jamie's a great listener. And so a lot of voices and experiences became aggregate into this woman, Izzy. What he did was he made a story that feels very intimate and small, but is so huge and universal in what a lot of individuals and a lot of women struggle with.
Is this one of the hardest things you've yet to tackle in your career?
Yes, I think so. Partly because just the amount of material. You know, it's 75 pages, depending on the size of the font. It started out as almost 90 pages, and said, oh dear God, I'll never do it. And they went, well, that's a really big font, Jean. I went, oh, okay. So, but yeah, I mean, the longest speech I'd ever done up to this point was about a half an hour. And that was even a bit daunting, and that was in my 30s. So I thought, do I have the brain cell power to do this? But but it finally just clicked in. Probably the toughest scene is when I'm voicing 4 characters in one scene. So that
You're welcome.
That takes it. Yeah, thank you. that takes a little extra energy. But in fact, I called Holland Taylor. I said, Holland, I need advice. She mentioned a couple of things that were kind of helpful. She said, oh no, the lines. You don't have to worry about that. The line, you'll be fine with the lines. She said, but always sleep after the matinee before the evening show. She said, always sleep. So that's what I'm going to do.
Jamie, we've talked about this project for some time.
This is so weird to me to be sitting on this side.
On the other side.
Now I know this play is coming to Broadway because here's Mr. Broadway interviewing me about it.
You're very sweet. One thing that was constant, it was always Jean Smart. It was always Jean.
I have wanted her to be part of this for years. I am very lucky to be a fan of both of these incredible artists next to me. And in fact, I really knew, because this play is in a woman's voice, I wanted a woman to direct this play and to keep me honest. And with Jean, I wished, I asked, I wanted, and you know, she kept escalating this incredible career of hers to the point that I just thought she would be unreachable completely. And amazingly, she read the script, went to the set of Hacks the next day, the story goes.
You guys are gonna have a fabulous time.
And told her beloved right-hand man and makeup artist, Keith Sayer, that she had
read, from Louisiana.
That she had read a solo play by a playwright from Louisiana, and he said, "It's not Jamie Wax, is it?" So, you know, she took note of that, and thank you, Keith Sayer, for saying nice things.
Okay, you ready to do some work? Let's see. Feet, toes, pedicure.
Wow. It's like watching Picasso sing.
You mean paint?
No.
Jean, you know, he didn't mention Hacks. It was just announced we're getting a 5th season.
Yeah.
What can you share with our viewers who are Hacks fans? Anything?
I have no idea what's coming. I don't ask. I never have. I just like to be surprised. So, yeah, we'll see. I have no idea.
Okay.
And we're also talking about possibly doing a production of Hacks on Ice. We decided.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's down the line.
Right. Sarna, you could direct it.
Oh, I'm terrible on ice skates. Are you
I want to
kidding?
see that. I would like to see that.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more premiere theater coverage and exclusive interviews, click the subscribe button. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you there.